Good evening, everyone, and welcome to round 5 of the Calgary Premier League here in the State Campus Center Gymnasium. My name is Brent Ingram, and I'll be keeping you company all night long here for the men's side of things. Coming up here in this first game, we've got the JVC Timberjacks versus the WM Wealth Greenbacks. JVC currently making good on their disappointing first half of the season. They are 2-2. After losing the first two, they have won the last two games, both in 5 sets, both finishing 15-11. Meanwhile, the Greenbacks, 3 wins, 1 loss, are sitting comfortably atop the men's standings in the 1 seed. You know what? I'll get right back to you guys after the starting lineups when the game starts up. Happy you've joined us. Okay, and here we are again. First men's game of round 5 just about to start. If you found yourself wondering who that booming professional voice was behind the microphone reading out the starting lineups, that was Jaron Mueller, our fearless leader and the director of the Premier League here in Calgary. Starting us off, we're going to have WM Wealth serving up in the form of Maddox Greaves. It takes a swing on that one. Sometimes she goes and sometimes she don't. Well, there's no bricks on the other side of the wall. We'll call that about 5 bricks up. Now serving for the Timberjacks, number 1, Jackson Maris. Riley Friesen takes advantage of an overpass, kills that one straight down. Another quick point for JVC. This time it's a serving ace from the setter, Jackson Maris. After the Maris miss, it's now 1 serving 3. Tim Taylor, U of C Dino's left side, back to serve for the Greenbacks. Couple of one-arm touches on defense by the Greenbacks. The Timberjacks get another free ball. That time, Mac McNichol using all of his reach to just put it 80% speed over the block into the pot. That's hard to defend. And they come away with another point. 4-1 right now for the Timberjacks. Top serve by Riley Friesen, acing Kyle Hall on that spin serve, and all of a sudden it's 6-1. And the coach of the Greenbacks, Colton DeMann, is going to call a timeout, see if he can settle his boys down. We might be seeing a little semblance of the momentum that JVC's been feeling over the last couple of weeks. Again, they've won their last 2. Both close games, both the type of thing to build up that momentum. But the Greenbacks are 3-1 and they're feeling good. So it could be nothing. Could be just a normal volleyball game starting off 6-1. Only time will tell. Thanks again for joining us. Or me, I should say. On the mic and watching some high-level volleyball. Happy to have you. That's a coach's point for Colton DeMann. Serving for the Greenbacks, number 13, middle, Mitch Higgins. Into the net, and JVC gets another shot at extending this lead. Sending back a middle of their own, number 13, Tom Lyon. That ball's off the roof, but still playable. Graham Schmuland does it all by himself. Closes that block on Keith West, puts it back, and then sends down the party ball. Very impressive stuff from the current Dalhousie Tiger, former Ambrose Lion. I did play with Graham for 1 year, and that versatility is no joke, I can tell you that much. I was happy to be on the same side of the net. Kyle Hall, right side to Savannah Walking Bear, just rolls it in. Into the middle to Schmuland. And Keith West shuts the door on a cheeky little free ball after a scrambly bit of volleyball. Looks like both teams actually stopped because of a loud whistle, which actually came from the other court. That's something these players are going to have to get used to. That and the ball being able to touch the roof. Walking Bear with a nice serve. And Mac McNichol will have to put it out to Keaton Strom. Can't put it over the net. Little bits of the lead being chipped away here by the Greenbacks. It's Mac McNichol going backdoor on what looked like a very solid block. Hitting that ball line when I definitely did not think there was any line option. Good kill by the former Thunderbird out of UBC to get his team out of that greenback run. Schmulin absolutely wraps up Scott Brunette. Current U Sport middle wrapping up the former U Sport middle. Brunette was a 5-year middle at Queen's University. And a kill by Keith West stops the bleeding for now. 5-9 right now. Timberjacks still with a 4-point lead. West, usually a pretty consistent server. That one going into the net. It'll be Keaton Strom. Recently graduated, recently signed to a pro contract in Sweden with Habo Volley. Former Ambrose Lion. Big serve from Strom. Nicely done by Greaves to make that work. Strom with the dig. Friesen's ball is put back by the triple. Jackson Maris, I love the aggression, going up, not even trying to fake the set, just going up and having a chew. But it goes out. Tim Taylor, ball's put back up. Friesen over the block. Higgins to Taylor. Looked like there might have been a touch on the block, but the referees are saying no touch. That'll be point Timberjacks. Little dispute with the line official here. And it's coming back to the backs. Greenbacks, that is. Scott Brunette will serve once again. The score now 7-10. Tim Taylor pressing that right hand in. Stuffs Mac McNichol, excuse me, folks, coming out of the back row. And the lead is slowly dwindling. Good serving from Brunette. Fantastic set by Jackson Maris, going up and giving Graham Schmulin that option. The set looking so unlikely that Greenback blocker went up and played that ball illegally. Putting it back in Greenback territory. And we're playing dodgeball here at Savannah Walking Bear. Man, he's athletic. Nice serve, Maddox Greaves. Unloads on that ball, it's too much for Keaton Strom to handle. Lead down to 1 point. 10 serving 11. And that's something I'm seeing become more and more popular, is a spin toss with a float serve, which, I mean, for me, it looks way too difficult. But I never played at this level, so all power to you. And especially as Maddox Greaves was a setter on Trinity Western last year, and I saw more than one Trinity Western player try that out. I guess practice makes perfect. Strong from the back row. Off the hands of the block and out. Mitch Higgins floating it in, and Jackson Maris goes back. Tommy Lyon finding the floor on that. Very nice run. Lyon going after Tim Taylor. Puts it up, and it's a tough play by all parties involved. Outside to Strom, using the outside hand of Savannah Walking Bear. Smart choice by Strom. I also played for 3 years with Keaton Strom, and in another life, another version of that player, he may have just gone right for that glory shot and swung for the fences. But hey, that's a smart shot. That's the kind of shot that'll get you a kill and get you a pro contract. Savannah Walking Bear will come back to serve now after that miss. The lead only 2 points, 13 serving 15. And Jackson Maris establishing that middle all over the place right now. Finding some really solid connections with both Tommy Lyon and Graham Schmooland. As Colton Demand is going to call another timeout. The lead always in JVC's favor. At times down to 1, but still the Timberjacks holding on firmly to this game. Mac McNichol coming back in to serve. Sharp cross, just about as sharp cross as you can get from left side from Keith West. Turning his hand and his shoulder, get that ball in. He'll get back to the service line. Tough serve from West. Off the roof and still playable. Strom into the block. Scott Burnett puts that one straight down. Another big serve from West. This one's coming over. Contested and get a replay ball. Nice set from Maris. Going up in trouble, faking the front-facing right side set, and then just going back to left side. Strom serve at West is nicely played. Tim Taylor swinging high, and it drops. Graham Schmooland dropping his hands, taking so much cross court, making the right read on that Tim Taylor kill. Excuse me, Tim Taylor attack. The pipe run from Keith West. It's a good option out of in trouble, I guess you could say. Front row or back row, this, I guess you can say, reigning U-Sport champion, member of the Thunderbirds, can get it done from anywhere. Graham Schmooland finishing that rally with the same level of authority he's been establishing from the middle already. And the Timberjacks not looking like a team comfortable with that lead right now. They want to take it, push it, get this to an end of a first set real quick. despite the complaint of the Timberjacks. That ball's called in. Another successful back row attack from Keith West as Maddox Greaves will come back to serve. Another troublesome call for the Timberjacks. The lead now 1 point. 18 serving 19. With a chance to tie up the game, Maddox Greaves just decides to go for it. Doesn't work out that time. Both setters trading very hard swings into the net. So it'll be Tim Taylor coming back to serve, his team down only 1 point. Taylor flirting with that line, trying to catch Keaton Strom guessing. Doing his best to destroy the camera that time, Riley Friesen. Not today, Riley. Mitch Higgins will go back to serve. Both teams tied up here at 21. Still played up, and Strom puts over a pass. Inside to West, nice soft block by Lyon. Hickok to Strom, off the block, replay. Maris, backside. Mac McNichol puts it wide, a little too much cross-court action on that one. And the first lead of the first set has the Greenbacks up 22-21 right now. Gonna give McNichol another shot, and he makes good on that one, tying it up at 22 from the right side. Tommy Lyon going after Kyle Hall, makes a good pass. Savannah Walkingdale rolls it. Walking Bear really with one of the more explosive and dynamic approaches in this league. Everyone thinks he's swinging on that one. Good change of pace. Schmulin having a great night so far. Puts that one down, ties it up at 23. It'll be Mac McNichol going back to serve. Scott Burnett, one more time, absolutely wrapped by Graham Schmulin. Had the read and the set was a little too high. Burnett's trying to do something with it, but there is nowhere to go. So after that, it's set point right now for the Timberjacks. One-handed set dig from McNichol, that'll work. And Strom rolls it off the block. Replay ball outside to West, who tips it hard down the line. That'll score and tie it all up at 24. Keith West did not find what he was looking for on that toss, but puts it back over. It looks like it's Maddox Greaves on the net before that Keaton Strom swing. Crucial point right there, putting up the Timberjacks 25-24. Strom will go back to try and win the game from the service line. One-handed pass by West, but the overpass is put back. Riley Friesen finishing what Keaton Strom started from the line. Despite having a huge lead for most of that first set, Greenbacks clawed back. And the Timberjacks squeaked out a first set win by 2 points, 26-24. Not the greatest night serving-wise so far for Jackson Maris, but he is making up for it in other ways. Big serve from Maddox Greaves. Takes that first ball. Mitch Higgins, backside set to Tim Taylor. Cross court, leaves no doubt on that one. Too much for Caleb Hickok. Quick 2-0 lead for the Greenbacks here. Big serve, wow. Friesen out of right side, off the shoulder of Keith West, and they're gonna call 2 hits on that second contact. It's a nice dig by West. At a certain point, you just want to get your body in front of it. One-handed set, Maddox Greaves. Always showtime with that guy. In case you missed it last week, he gave Mitch Higgins a perfect one-handed 61 set. And Higgins bounced that thing. Showtime at the Apollo. Well, we'll see if we get more of that tonight. Good read by Greaves, sliding in there to dig that middle run. Not quite enough. Timberjack point, and it is 2 serving 3 with Tommy Lyon going back to the line. Great shot by West. Making that work, catching the block, chasing him inside, and using all the available line he was given to put it in the corner. Walking Bear forced to hit a sharp cross. McNichol on the counterattack, very nicely done. That's a great option out of system. And they're going to call an instant out of rotation error, on the Greenbacks. And what it looks like is that Keith West has to stay on his left or right of Maddox Greaves. Cannot break that before the server's made contact with the ball. Another one-handed set. Pushed to the outside this time, and a great dig by Friesen. Free ball now. And at that point, maybe just a little too much showtime for Maddox Greaves. Timberjack point, Mac McNichol with the serve once again. That is clean. Crispy. Pass, set, hit. No one on the defense even touches that one. Keith West killing it from the left side, tying it up at 5. Walking Bear with a nice serve in the seam and nicely passed by Strom, who gets the set. Smart tip over the block, falling in front of Walking Bear. Served by Strom, and Schmuland is blocked by Greaves. All kinds of net play right now. That one ending up in Greenback's favor. Tons of jousts, tons of contested balls. There are levels to that. That's some intellectual gameplay right there, and Greenbacks come out on top. Keith West to serve. That one not quite as fast as if we were playing normal Canadian volleyball rules. But since we're using the NCAA rule set, the roof is still good, but the floor is not. Another big one from West. McNichol rebounding off the top of the tape and coming back to his own side. No touch on the block. The Jacks find themselves down by 2. The drop shot is passed up by Hall and McNichol into the block. Another point for the Greenbacks. Serves putting them in all kinds of trouble right now, and they can't find a good option to side out. Forcing a timeout from head coach, let's hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Tony Szkulteski of the Timberjacks. See if he can calm his boys down and get a solid side out here before the lead grows too much. I'm curious to know where everyone's from, where you're watching from. So let me know in the chat. Let us know. We are always curious to find out just how far we're reaching people. Once again, this is Calgary, Alberta. My name is Brent Ingram. I'm here in the State Campus Center Gymnasium. And we're having a lot of fun watching high-level volleyball. If you have some volleyball-loving friends and they're not watching this stream, go tell them they're missing out as play resumes. Ooh, a big serve and a grunt from West. And Maris finishes it, flushes it inauspiciously. Graham Schmoolen. Spinning it off the tape, falls. No one's gonna touch that. Frustrating Tim Taylor. Close one, but doesn't tag the back line. Schmoolen will come off. Hickok will come back in. Caleb Hickok, the former setter for State, played it in this very gym, and most recently libero for University of Manitoba. And that's Mitch Higgin with the kill, sending Scott Brunette back to the line. Great set up to Riley Friesen from Jackson Maris from his knees. Careful not to put that one too high. Greaves pushing that one all the way out. Well, the vent saving that one and bringing it back from Timberjacks. I want to get a stop here. Outside to Taylor again with the left hand. Dug by Maris. Hickok outside to Friesen. Dug by Hall. Greaves to Taylor again. And that time the block of Tommy Lyon. And Mac McNichol finishes a great rally. Jacks absolutely bailed out by the conveniently placed air duct here in the State Gymnasium, keeping that play alive. Good dig by Maris. Tommy Lyon out to McNichol. High roll shot. Tim Taylor struggling to find a way past this block. McNichol off the block. Still kept alive. Tommy Lyon puts it deep. Falls in the court. And that'll be point Timberjacks. Well earned, and the score is all tied up at 11. Timberjacks definitely showing they don't want to suffer from, what would you call it? First set win hangover syndrome, wherein you win the first set and all of a sudden you stop trying. Such a shame when that happens. You see it from teams all over the place. Not the case here. Not what it looks like. Both teams playing some good volleyball. Mitch Higgins with the kill out of that timeout. A welcome sight for any Greenback and Greenback fan watching online or in the gym here tonight. Big serve, nicely controlled by Hickok. McNichol off the block and out. Mac McNichol, again, the former UBC Thunderbird. Spike touch, 11 feet 5 inches, as Riley Friesen hammers in that spin serve. What a great swing by Savannah Walking Bear, going off the outside hand of the block and still putting it down the line in the court. He was not swinging long, he was swinging down. The 61 bump set by Maris is still played, and Hickok can't get that ball after it goes off the block. Taylor's float serve. Oh my goodness, what an out-system set. Well, before I got handcuffed, I was going to say Taylor's float serve handcuffed Hickok, prompting a very impressive out-of-system set up to left side for Strom from Riley Friesen. But the Greenbacks came out with that point. Quick timeout from Coach Skulteski. Let me try it again. Skulteski of the Timberjacks. After those 2 quick points, his team now down 4. He's seen enough at this point, wants to stop the bleeding before it's too late. And if you're keeping track, the coaches of the two teams are now tied in coaches' points at 1 each. Nice dig by Maris off the block down the line. And a great dig by Greaves off of Schmulin. Almost got that ball back up off the block, but Graham Schmulin is having a night here in Calgary. Closing the right blocks and finding his way through opposing blocks. Walking Bear with the roll shot, dug by McNichol. Strom cross court. Too hot. 3 unanswered points out of the timeout. Tommy Lyon will go back to serve once again. To the right side now, Walking Bear off the hands of Strom. Finally getting a point and extending that lead to 2. Strom with the pass and swing off the hands. Kept alive by Keith West on a great run. And once again, both teams confused by a loud whistle on the other court. Just about everyone stopped playing, thankfully, except for some of the Greenback players who had the foresight to actually put that ball over. And the whistle coincidentally came right after a pretty iffy looking set from Jackson Maris, so it made sense, but hey. Great run by the Timberjacks. No one up on that block from the back row. Excuse me, on that hit from the back row of Riley Friesen. And the Greenbacks try to answer with a pipe run of their own, but there's no touch on the block, and that ball sails long from Tim Taylor. The Aussie left side playing for the Calgary Dinos next season. The collapsing defense of the JVC Timberjacks collapsing a little too much. Nobody's left to go get the ball when it sails out the back. The lead is back at 2. Savannah Walking Bear back to serve. Great run from Jackson Maris to Graham Schmulin. You know, I had a feeling if the set was there, it's going to Graham because he's been unstoppable all night. Strom going long. Keith West, and if he can really pick it up here, that would be the dagger for this set. He can just unload when he's feeling it. Going for it, nice pass from Hickok. Friesen, roll shot down the line. And Greaves into the block, still played. Pipe run, Strom tipped over. And Strom's foot touched the line. That'll be another point for the Greenbacks. Right side set, Maris off the block. What a dig from Kyle Hall. Sharp cross is dug outside. Pass and swing to Riley Friesen off the block, dug by West. Wow, going in the seaman over the block. That's Tim Taylor. Swinging into the pot, and Strom was not ready for it. Prompting the second and final timeout of the set from JVC. Seems as good a time as any. Wow, Tony Skulteski, 2 for 2 on coaches' points this set. Very nice. Graham Schmulin going back to serve. Good serve, nice pass. Tipped over by Friesen, but the Greenbacks get it back. And Jackson Maris seals up that line, falling just out of reach of the libero Kyle Hall. Schmulin off the tape, played up. Tim Taylor had a slow start to this game, but man, he's really finding it. That crazy whip in his long arms, connecting and sending that ball too fast to be dug. Ooh, Strom from the back row. Nice cut. Catching Savannah Walking Bear by surprise. Maris, another player who can just unload from the service line. Ooh, goes for it this time. McNichol chooses just to set that ball. Taylor into the block. After a weird-looking play to put that ball back over by the Jacks. Everybody's falling over. They come out with the point thanks to strong middle blocking. What a serve by Jackson Maris. I don't even think he knew where that one was going. Cross court, tagging the sideline. And that'll be all 4 timeouts used by these coaches here. Score all tied up at 23. After both of those JVC timeouts, in both instances, one at 13-16 and one at 20-23, the Jacks were down by 3 points. After play resumed, the Greenbacks setter missed his serve, and the Timberjacks got 2 quick points. 3-0 runs after each of these timeouts. Interesting stuff, if you're into that sort of thing, which I am. And we're coming back into this all tied up at 23 in the most exciting of volleyball scenarios. Let's see if Jackson Maris can elude the coach's points. And he does not. That one's just long. Again, Savannah Walking Bear standing in the wrong place, but using his athleticism to play some dodgeball. Riley Friesen, pass and swing. Roll shot, that's Doug. Tim Taylor off the block. Friesen shuts that door. Taylor deciding to try his luck down the line, but Friesen is absolutely there. Now a little bit of float on that spin serve. Floating out. It's Tim Taylor. Floating it out. Wow. Hickok and Strom got pretty lucky there. Well, we'll take those. Nice dig by Maris. McNichol in transition. Schmulin off the block, dug by Walking Bear. What a set! And West tipping it over the block, right down in front of the defense. Timberjacks visibly frustrated, almost pulled that point out of their hats after some scramble rally. Scramble volleyball, I guess you would say. And the Greenbacks are up 26-25. The ref's just going to take a look and make sure this floor is not too slippery. Back row attack, Riley Friesen. Swinging hard from behind the attack line. All tied up at 26. Savannah Walking Bear going down the line, beating the hands of Friesen and the arms of Strom down the line on defense. Or excuse me, of Hickok. The Jacks live to fight another day. Untimely missed serves coming from both these teams in crunch time here. No shortage of nerves. And Strom sends that one well long. If ever there was a time for West to unload on this ball, it is now. And it doesn't work out for him. These teams, they don't want to go home in a reasonable hour. They don't want any of us to go home in a reasonable hour. And you know, I have not been keeping track. I want to say 5. I want to say 5 in a row. Scott Brunette putting that one in. And Riley Friesen finishing it up. 29s. Ooh, the power tip is red and blocked, but get the ball back. Friesen on the left side, tipped, dug. The recycle, right side, off the block. Dug by Hall. Friesen coming in for the triple block. Reading that tendency of Tim Taylor to go cross. He'll hit that shot if there isn't a third blocker, but nice read, nice block. Timberjacks now find themselves up 30-29, potential game point. Tough play. Tim Taylor just puts it in. Dug by Strom. Big block. Mitch Higgins. Look at that. He respected Maris enough to go up and bite on that middle run of the one-handed set. Getting up into 30s now. McNichol rolling it down the line. Just wide. And here we are, Greenbacks up 31-30. Maddox Greaves, another bomber from the service line. Nice pass. Oh, it's tight. That's some smart play right there. Maris going up with it. Just begging one of the Greenback blockers to bite. And getting the point because of it. Simon Hart serving that one in, playing the 6-back defense. Nice shot. Down the line, Savannah Walking Bear. Coming in clutch. Tim Taylor. Passed up by Hickok. McNichol. And the one-on-one block. There's not a whole lot anyone can do about that. Tommy Lyon now back to serve. Tommy, former player and coach in Sweden. What a serve, grazing the tape. And West tips it over, still good. Coming back inside. Free ball for the backs. McNichol again. Off the block and out. Jackson Maris is fired up. It's 33-32 here. Tim Taylor passes it up. Greaves outside to West, who tips it. Nice dig. Yeah, that is definitely the right call. Tremendous touch by Maris. And the set, not quite up to snuff. Strom, low pass, and the swing off the block. Mix up for it off the hands of Scott Brunette. I don't know how long we're going to go here, folks, but I hope you're enjoying yourself. Brunette tips it. Deep tip, and this time it's free ball into the middle. Brunette again. And Scott Brunette is on the net. Timberjacks going up 2-0 off of a 35-33 victory. Off the backs of many, many missed serves and some occasional great volleyball sprinkled in there. Happy to watch that. And also happy we are into the next set here. Just about an hour after the game started, 2 sets down. And we'll come back when set 3 starts up. Timberjacks up 2-0. All right, sorry about that, folks. Looks like the camera didn't get hit in my absence. That's good. Good for everyone involved. Timberjacks up 5-4. Randy Popplestone with the serve. Tim Taylor into the block of Graham Schmuland and just barely tagging that line. Popplestone into the net that time. Strom, very nice look out of the right side, having no trouble at all finding that line shot. Good set there by Popplestone. Good serve there by Strom. Keith West. Maddox Greaves going up with the intent only to flush that ball out the side, and it works out for him using the hands of Riley Friesen. Friesen in return going right over the block of Greaves on the outside. A little bit of talking. I like it. Well, not really talking, just looking, which in volleyball is like trash talking. So the double sub is complete. Jackson Maris comes back in to serve. Walking Bear going up, finding some hands on that deep outside swing. Big serve by Keith West. A tight pass by Caleb Hickok. And Jackson Maris sells it. Salesman of the Month prize going to Jackson Maris. Ace serve by Riley Friesen. Putting his team up by 3. My mistake by 2, which is now 1. Apologies on the technical difficulty front of things. Promise we'll get a handle on that. Strom swinging on the triple block. Dug by Greaves. Walking Bear. Tipped. Read by Hickok. Strom again. This time off the block and too deep for anyone to dig. Tommy Lyon serving for the Timberjacks. Score 9-11. One-handed set by Maddox Greaves. Man, he can really make that work. If the name sounds familiar, Maddox is the son of former Team Canada and professional setter Kent Greaves. Widely regarded as one of the best setters in Canadian history. Played on the Canadian Olympic squad of 1992. And Maddox's older brother Tanner is also a setter who plays or played for Mount Royal. Well, a bit of trouble play there. Low pass by Keith West, and it was all the substitution setter Jarvis Karchewski could do to get to that ball. Tim Taylor puts it into the net. So the JVC Timberjack to keep rolling. Good read that time. That is number 14, Matthew Hood. Time up for the Timberjacks. Let's see, it seems like we're getting to the point where any one-handed set by the Greenbacks is respected so much that they're going to go up on it and the deception is now worthless. Is it possible to be too good at one-hand setting? We'll find out when we come back here in the middle of set 3 here in round 5 of the Calgary Premier League. It's the WM Wealth Greenbacks versus the JVC Timberjacks. Popplestone, right side set to Schmooland. Still alive. Matthew Hood takes that free ball. Outside to Strom. No touch. Keith West almost fooled by the high swing, but brings his hands back just in time. Popplestone sliding over there to try and save it. Karchewski to West. That ball finds the floor. On a swing through the seam of the block by Keith West. Some good serving right now by Tim Taylor. Turning the tables. I would say he's been the serving target for most of this game for most of the Timberjacks. Trying to give them a taste of their own medicine. Oh, Keaton Strom. I don't think West thought Keaton could hit that shot. So he'll let him have that one. Definitely be more prepared for the line shot the next time. Big serve from Keaton. Putting his team back up by 3. Coach's point, Colton demand. And Keaton Strom missing that serve. Popplestone pushes it out. Connor Compton blocking that ball by Riley Friesen on the left side. Compton's played at Olds College and most recently Lethbridge College. Big swing down the line. That's Riley Friesen off the outside, out of system set by Keaton Strom. And Jarvis Kochewski is caught standing up too far up the line. Nice pass by Kyle Hall. That's a big swing by number 2, Liam Laidlaw. Maddox Greaves may have lost a little bit of that serving mojo he had earlier on. Gifting the Timberjacks a point in that scenario. And we'll find out if Jackson Maris will make good on it. Turn 1 point into 2 points. Keith West on the right side. That ball's out. Riley Friesen swinging so high. Looked like from here he just went over the block of Laidlaw and West. Greaves going out to Walking Bear, off the hands and out the corner. Good kill by the outside, giving us his signature double fist pump celly. When it really gets going, that thing could take your head off. And Keith West, foot on the line. Greenbacks down by 4. Keaton Strom passing it up nice and high, ending up to be a perfect pass. Getting the pass and swing, and finding his way through the hands of Savannah Walking Bear. And all of a sudden, the JVC Timberjacks are 3 points away from 3-0ing the number 1 seed currently. Graham Schmulin going with the float serve this time. Walking Bear. This time off the hands of Strom. Tit for tat. Hickok slides over and passes that one. Tipped by Schmulin. Greaves off the hands. Nice dig by Hickok. Strom, the high tip. And that one scores. The changeup will work for Strom. It's worked for him before this game. Head coach Shkulteski will get a little more mileage out of this double sub. Middle, Matthew Hood, and setter Randy Popplestone entering the court. That ball nicely left by Kyle Hall. The Greenbacks have reached 20 points, but have very little room for error here in these next couple of points. Randy Popplestone. Nice dig by Hall on that line shot. And Keith West makes it work. Oh, what a set by Popplestone earlier on. Unfortunately, does not result in a JVC point. So Tim Taylor back to serve once again. We go into Strom one more time. Off of the block and the defense. 21-24 now. Strom trying to serve for the win, just barely falling out. Strom passes. Popplestone goes to Hood in the middle, tips it over. And that'll do it for the Timberjacks. That ball going up high, off the roof, straight down and onto the court. So you could say this was not expected. I certainly didn't expect it. Timberjacks making, I don't want to say quick work, because 2 of the 3 sets went to extra points and 1 ended up a 35-33 victory, but 3 sets over the 1 seed. So now, after this round of play, both teams now 3 wins, 2 losses. This is sure to throw the standings for a loop. We'll see how that looks after this next game. But stay tuned here on this stream. We're going to find out who the players of the game from each team are. From the Greenbacks, the right side, number 7, Savannah Walking Bear. And from the Timberjacks, the left side, number 9, left side, Riley Friesen. A lot of players that played very well during this game, but you got to give it to someone. Riley brought it from everywhere on the court. So coming right up, we're going to shut this stream down and head over to a different one in which the Smashing Gavels will be taking on Dinos Volleyball in match number 2 of round 5. Definitely glad you joined us here tonight. Had a lot of fun. And we're not done yet, so stick around. Welcome back, everybody. This time to the second stream for the second match of round 5 here at the SAIT Campus Center Gymnasium for the One Volleyball Calgary Premier League. My name is Brent Ingram. Very happy to be joining you tonight. Hopefully going to keep you entertained and informed and maybe educated. We will have to see. Right now we got the Dinos Volleyball Club going up against the Vogel LLP Smashing Gavels. First serve of the match going to Dinos setter Alex Cook. Free ball Dinos. Alex Bader roll shots. Dug by Connor Freilich. Regan Fathers. Oh, very creative shot by Regan Fathers out of the back row. The kind of shot that only a lifetime of beach volleyball experience or a very high vertical will get you. I don't know how much beach experience he has, but he's got the vertical in spades. Good dig by Will Bremner. Connor Freilich. And the Dinos are called on the net. Point to the Smashing Gavels. Interesting to note, both teams are currently running a front row left side that is left-handed. Don't see that too often. But when it's the likes of Connor Freilich and Tim Finnegan, you can't help but put them up there. A good touch on that line shot from Alex Bader by Will Bremner. But the point goes to the Dinos. Freilich off the block. And into the arms of Godi Gibi and out the side, that's Liam Coop. Coop, the current UFC Dino. Only about 6'3", but jumps very high, as you can see. Father's playing it with his left hand. Just trying to put that ball back over. And Brennan outside to Fathers again. This one is just about the hardest power tip I've seen. Finding himself with all the line open in the world. And instead of using his fist, uses his fingertips. Point Smashing Gavels. Coop keeps it alive. Freilich out of the back row. And that's versatility from the left-handed player, former UFC captain and current strength and conditioning coach. I don't know if you can tell from the camera, but you certainly can from here. He eats his Wheaties. A good swing by Liam Coop after the triple block abandoned their assignment. Decided to put a little more mustard on that one. Back to serve for the Dinos, number 4, Sean Tuff. Brennan, back to Gibi. And that ball hangs up just long enough for the arms of Godi Gibi to find. He has an exceptional wingspan. Godi standing 6'6", his wingspan 6'9". Tim Finnegan into the block of left side Joao Pedro Freire and Taylor Arnett. Pedro, the former Medicine Hat Rattler, is going to play with UFC next season. Arnett, the former 5-year University of Alberta Middle. and an absolute star with the Golden Bears. Fairly sure won a few national titles with them. Well, I'm not too sure what's going on. It looks like there's a timeout being called by the Gavels because of something on the ball. Stay with us. We'll figure out what's going on and get back to you. We're back in. My investigation was inconclusive. Wow, that's a big swing out of the middle by number 1, Hamish Hazelden, who will also be suiting up for U of C next season. Formerly of Red Deer College, Hamish touches 11'9" on a spike touch. Nice run from Jackson Brennan to Taylor Arnett, kills that one on the 31 run. Both teams off to a somewhat slow start. That's a nice kill from Liam Coop. Or perhaps Coopy. I don't know. I just want to make one thing very clear. I apologize for any mispronunciations that happen, but there's no way I can know. So I'm just going to keep saying it like I've been saying it. That serve going long. Freire back to serve. 8 serving 6 now for the Smashing Gavels. Ooh, big swing out of the back row. Liam Coop really whipping his arm back. Hazelden with the spin serve. Low pass. Brennan has to put it over. High soft block. Brennan. Freire from the back row. And he's dirty on his approach. Foot touched the attack line. Father's telling him it was very close, so don't change much about your approach. Don't need to be thinking about that. Serve is into the net. Sending Arnett back to serve. Alex Bader. Hard swing into 6. For those who are unaware, position 6 is the back middle portion of the court. And that's the responsibility of the back row left side to defend in most cases. And Joao Freire caught creeping up, unable to defend that one. So Will Bremner with the pass. Brennan out to Freilich, off the block and dug. Nice set by Cook and great kill by Tim Finnegan, the former Red Deer King. Finding a way past that block down the line. Freilich, nice ball off the block for a replay. Fathers down the line. Very nicely done. Once again, using the line he's been given by the block of Bader and Tuff. Spinning it off the block. Played back in. Bader. Roll shot. And one of the blockers is on the net. Not sure whether it was Freilich or GB. The difference in experience leads me to believe that it was Gody GB, but it doesn't really matter. Good pass by Bremner. The ball's too high. Bremner laying out to save that ball. And Brennan trying to kick it back over. Doesn't quite get that. Good defensive effort by the Gavels, but the point does go back to the Dinos. Alex Bader still serving. And serves long. Point Gavels. And the pass off the arms of Will Young is up into the rafters. Still playable off one of the air ducts here in the State Gymnasium. Under the NCAA rule set that the one volleyball is using. At the very least, it's Calgary iteration because this gym is a lot lower than what these players are used to facing. And miscommunication on the Dino side leads to another smashing Gavels point. They are up 13-12 after a good swing by Liam Coop, a good block by GB, and a good replay free ball by Will Young. No one's there to pick up that second contact. Regan Fathers goes off the block, jumping so high and seeing all the options he has to work with. Putting the ball off that block. Brennan stepping in and setting in place of usual starter Sam Brisbane. Played much of his career at Mount Royal. Certainly doing a fine job. Tim Finnegan, again, sneaking the ball down that line. Making it difficult for Will Bremner to see it and react to it in time. Frere makes good use of it. Deciding not to go with power, this time with finesse. Tips it down and the defense isn't ready for it. 15-13 for the Gavels. Yeah, I realized I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Brent Ingram. For those of you who just joined us for this second match and didn't see the first one, happy to be doing this. Big block, Taylor Arnett. Shuffling and closing that door across court on Liam Coop, prompting a timeout by Dinos volleyball. In case you're curious, the Dinos currently occupy the 4th spot out of 4 teams in the league, 1 win and 3 losses. Their only win so far was against the JVC Timberjacks in round 1, I believe in 4 sets. And their last game, in round 4, was a 5-set loss to the Timberjacks. So definitely opposite stories here of peaking at the right time. Dinos started pretty strong and have not really lived up to the expectations they set for themselves early on. Meanwhile, the Timberjacks started 0-2 and have since soared. Meanwhile, Smashing Gavels, 2 wins, 2 losses. Won their first 2 versus the Greenbacks and the Dinos, but have lost rounds 3 and 4. Last week in 4 sets against the Greenbacks once again. Anybody's guess as to what the standings are going to look like in 2 weeks once the playoffs start up? Alex Bader out of the back row, and that one is long. Sending Will Bremner, the libero. What? Back to serve. That's just another subset of these NCAA rules. Libero can serve. Bouncing off the tape 2 times. Is that the libero touch? Going in for that serve. Nicely done by Will Bremner. Liberoed at Dalhousie and UBC as a Thunderbird. That serve into the tape. Brennan, pipe run to Freilich. And that is just ABC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Connor Freilich making it look so easy. Just business-like. So Regan Fathers will be going back to serve. Big serve from the Aussie there. Ball's going outside to Coop. High roll shot. Taylor Arnett, too high, too strong. Sends it back and gives him a little smirk. So after a somewhat slow start, the Smashing Gavels have really taken control of this first set. Up 5 points, approaching the final 5 points. As Brennan sends it outside to Freire, finds a kill through the seam. Nice looking shot there from the left side, out of Brazil. Tim Finnegan, no block out of the back row. Well, there was no block, but Connor Freilich really hustled to get out there and put his hands up just in time to be tooled. Trying to play it off like there was no touch, but I don't think anyone's buying that. Big block, Sean Tuff on Taylor Arnett. Reads the set and puts his hand in all the right places. Regan Fathers off the block of Sean Tuff, this time outside the courts. 22-17 now. Arnett back to serve, and the Gavels looking to wrap this one up quickly. Tim Finnegan. Almost finding that kill, just a little bit long it looked like. Both teams trying to find something. A little bit of lackluster defense there from the Gavels. In the dying stages of this first set, Alex Bader's roll shot falls uncontested. Fralick gets the call. Looked like the Dinos thought that the call should have been off the block, off of Fralick's head, and then off the antenna, which, to be honest, is what I thought happened. But the referees are calling off the block and into the antenna. So that'll be point Smashing Gavels and set point, up 6 points here. Jackson Brennan with the spin serve. Oh, very nice. Cutting that down the line, showing us that shoulder mobility. Tim Finnegan. Alex Bader rolls it in. Fralick's 63 run is soft block. Tim Finnegan into the block. And down on the Smashing Gavel side. Excuse me, color me surprised. That looked like a big block from here. Not the best vantage point from the stands here. There are some things I have a great view of. This line, for instance, I can tell you if it's in or out. That one's out on the other side of the line, 25-20. Smashing Gavels wrap up this first set. And we'll see if the Dinos have an answer when we come back. And before we go to a quote-unquote commercial break, I'm always curious to know where you're watching from. I know we have fans all over the country and perhaps in other countries. So let us know in the chat. We're happy to be doing this. I'm happy to be here for sure. I'd just love to know where you're watching from. My name is Brent Ingram once again. You're watching the Calgary Premier League live from the State Campus Center Gymnasium. Coming back into the second set, it looks like we have one lineup change, at least one for the Dinos. John Isaacs, who will be swinging out of the right side, the Bahamas national team player and former State Trojan. Familiar with this gym for sure. Connor Freilich finding a seam in the triple block. Good serve by Freilich. Isaac's tipping that one over. Fathers tipping it deep, dug by Will Young. Cook into the middle, Sean Tuff, soft blocked. Fathers into the hands of Sean Tuff. Good close by the former UFC Dino. John Isaacs, unfortunately, finding the net in that scenario. Quinn Bromley with a good serve. Isaacs from his feet. And the smashing gavels player on the net, so that'll be point Dino, sending Tim Finnegan back to serve. Another missed serve from the Dinos, making the smashing gavels job of catching up and keeping it close a little too easy right now. Regan Fathers with a big serve, and he'll take the free ball pass. Freire off the block. Alex Vader off the hands of Jackson Brennan. Pretty serious discrepancy in height and touch there. Brennan 6'1", Bader standing 6'5". He's going to go after that mismatch as long as it's giving him results. The tip by Arnett is dug. It's Isaacs from the back row. Still playable off the roof. Fathers from the back row. That one scores, goes through the hands of Hamish Hazelden. That's a former Red Deer King using the block of a current Red Deer King. Well, I guess not current anymore, but he did play for them in the most recent ACAC semester. Fathers from the back row, making one block look like no block. Elevating and hitting that ball hard. Hazelden. Doing the same thing. Making a block looking like not very much at all. Hamish Hazelden touching 11'9", which is, if you're wondering, the highest spike touch in the league right now. Quinn Bromley will get it done for the smashing gavels. Bromley swinging out of the middle for some reason. The overpass comes to Brenner. Brennan into the middle. Bromley once again. The left side swinging out of the middle and getting 2 kills in a row. Drop shot is good for a one-handed set. And Hamish Hazelden catches that back line. The linesman called it in with the head rough. Overrules that call, gives it to the Smashing Gavels. Regan Fathers swinging like he wants this one. The ball almost dug up by Alex Cook, but it got jumbled around in his hands. So the Smashing Gavels lead by 3 points, 9-6 right now as Jackson Brennan heads back to the line. And Regan Fathers can basically do no wrong at this point, finding the improbable hole in the block, the smallest of seams. Freilich serving it right at Alex Bader. Finnegan using the block of Regan Fathers. Now that is a former Red Deer player against the current Red Deer player. Oh, I guess former. Yeah, I got to stop saying former and current. I can't keep up with where these players are going, but John Isaacs is back to serve. Off the tape. And I'm not sure where Brennan thought that one was going. I'm not sure who he thought was ready for it, but it goes up. Bounces off his back for double contact. John Isaacs back to serve once again. Both teams desperately trying to make use of their opponent's missed serves. No shortage of either. And the power dump by Alex Cook will finally equalize the score, 11-all. Frere with the power tip down the line. Again, catching a line defender, creeping up too early, looking for the tip. Isaacs caught out of position there. Point Smashing Gavels. Fathers to Finnegan. Cook to Bader. Off the defense and out the court. Sean Tuff will go back to the line. Fathers has to tip it. Cook has to go outside. Bader roll shots. Arnett sets it up for Frere. Uses it off the block. That's a point for the Smashing Gavels as Will Young re-enters the court, as does Will Bremner. That's right. I was confused because I had forgotten about these funky NCAA rules. Will Bremner, the libero, to serve. Hazelden off the block. It almost looked like Connor Freilich was going to find a way to dig that from his back. Unfortunately not for the Dinos. A bit of a score discrepancy here. And Smashing Gavels will get a lineup check, a rotation check, just to make sure they aren't called out of place. When play resumes, that can be devastating. And it's all squared up. Alex Cook will serve. Bader, very nice kill. Coming out of that left side. Leaving no chance for the defense. That's a big swing from Taylor Arnett. Almost going down and bouncing through the legs of Will Young. We used to call that coffee time. I don't know what it's called anymore. Bader makes good use of that set. Alex Cook pushed him way too far outside the antenna. Definitely farther than he wanted to. But Bader, one of the top attackers in the U Sports men's volleyball arena last season, makes it work. Again, that ball going off the roof and still able to be played, but everyone is expecting the whistle, or perhaps just caught moving in the wrong direction. So the Dinos have really crawled their way back into this one. Up 2 points now as Smashing Gavels take a timeout. Hope to settle some nerves and get themselves back into this one, make it a 2-0 set lead. Alex Bader puts that serve off the tape. Freilich. Off the block of John Isaacs. Having all kinds of fun with the block tonight. Brennan, usually a consistent spin server. Rare miss for him. It's Fathers swinging out a system. One more time against the triple block. Soft block. Cook outside. Finnegan off the hands. And he's fired up. Well, that's a triple block executed to perfection. Not necessarily getting the stuff, but slowing that ball down enough for a perfect dig by Hamish Hazelden and a kill in transition. Left-handed attack by Regan Fathers. That'll get the job done. Nicely done by Regan Fathers. One Australian going to another. Fathers to Hazelden. Wow, Freilich leaning one direction and hitting the ball a different direction. Had me fooled anyways. But unfortunately for him and luckily for the Dinos, that ball goes out off the tape. So, John Isaacs back to serve. And to the surprise of the Dinos, that ball is called out. Bromley swinging hard. And that's just the kind of wrinkle that the ball coming off the roof can cause. Man, watching Quinn Bromley serve is quite something. Doesn't have a lot of lead. Doesn't let the ball get too far in front of him, but he just swings as hard as he can. Oh, wow, way to prove me right there. Finnegan swinging out of left side. Another swing, Tim Finnegan. If there's one block, he is going to find the way to make that kill. Too much experience for the lefty. Freire, the young Brazilian, gets the job done, wiping it off the block and out the back, out the side. It's Fathers going into the net. The Dinos inch closer to equalizing the set score. Ferry, once again, not with a soft touch this time, swinging hard and catching a piece of Alex's Cook's hands on the way out. Substitution for the Gavels. Alex Morato, coming in. Left-handed right side. Formerly of Dalhousie. Funny story. Bill Morato told me his first experience in CIS volleyball was getting subbed in as a serving sub and acing now current national team libero Blair Bann. Quite a claim to fame. Freilich goes off the block. John Isaacs puts it down away with the fist. The Smashing Gavels are confused, but the point goes to the Dinos. 23-20 now. And Freilich showing all the patience in the world, letting that ball come across his body. And then giving it, let's say, a 75% roll shot right down the line in front of the defense. It's a thing of beauty. And sends Will Bremner back to serve. Hamish Hazelden out of the middle. Brings his team within 1 point of this set victory. Untimely miss there for Alex Bader. The Gavels cling to life, and you can hear certain players on the Gavels really trying to fire up their team, bring themselves back in this. Brennan serves down the line to Finnegan. Isaacs through the uprights of Connor Freilich, finishing that set 25-22. All tied up 1-1 in sets as the teams will switch sides, and we will come back in a couple of minutes when play resumes. Nice kill by Connor Freilich to start us off in this third set. Left hand swing out of the left side. A couple of lineup changes, at least what I can see. The Smashing Gavels starting this set. Cody GB in the middle. And Bel Murado swinging left side. It's a Dino's kill off the block, tying the score up at 1. And it's even more rare than two opposing teams with left-handed left sides is one team where both left sides are in fact left-handed. Reminds me of Mount Royal when they used to run a Jordan Parkin, Tyler Schmidt left side rotation. Both of them left-handed. That ball's a little too wide from John Isaacs. Feeling out his contacts. The set from Bremner was a little too far inside, and he knows it. Belmorato tried to tip it, but couldn't find his way over the net. Brennan's pipe run to Freilich is dug by Isaacs. And Tim Finnegan trying to find a line shot, but that one's out, and I believe it went off the antenna as well. Bremner the serve. Nice kill out of the middle by Sean Tuff. That'll equalize the score at 3 and send Tim Finnegan back to serve. Regan Fathers trying to make that one work. It was coming a little too quick. Tried to tip it off the block and do something with it. Makes me a little nervous when I see these guys flying in to contest that kind of ball. I know they're all landing in a jumble of delicate ankles. A couple of touches, but it falls on the Dino's side from Taylor Arnett's kill. Bremner will pass the free ball. Moretto caught a little bit by the set, falling backwards, unable to put that ball over. Moretto once again having a ton of trouble finding the court. Not given the greatest of sets to work with, but the challenge again is to better the ball. It's a concept many of my coaches have instilled into me, and I'm sure into almost every player in this gym, if not everyone. Regan Fathers high up off the block. Alex Cook outside, Alex Bader. And a touch is called. Dinos will get the point. I can never take Connor Freilich seriously right now because sometimes he contests the play, sometimes he's joking, and always comes back in with a smile. Good for team morale, but he's confusing to the media. Big swing from Alex Belmorato. There's the flavor he was looking for after a few mishits. Isaacs from the back row. Big seam in the block. And a big kill on that C ball from John Isaacs. Alex Bader almost finding a piece of the block on that wild swing down the line. But unfortunately not. Taylor Arnett will serve. Right side set, again going outside. And tries he might. Connor Fralick's right hand trying to close up that seam is actually the target of the ball. Off his hand and way out the side. And Fralick comes screaming in too hot, landing with 1 foot fully on the other side of the line. Point to the Dinos. Apologies with any inconsistencies if you're watching the scoreboard. We are working on it, and I promise it is now, as of right now, updated correctly. And Hazelden looking for line, and he finds some. Once again, a very tight call. Both teams contesting that. But the Dinos come out on top to add to a strong set they've been having so far. Brennan runs GB off the block and just out, narrowly missing the body of Regan Fathers. Good cut across his body by Sean Tuff. What a serve by John Isaacs. Putting the serve receive of the Smashing Gavels in some real trouble. Isaacs hailing from the town of Nassau in New Providence, Bahamas. 26 years old, 6'4", touching 11'5". That one served into the net. Fun fact about John Isaacs, initially came to Calgary to study across the street at the Alberta College of Art and Design and ended up being recruited to play for the State Trojans. Off the roof, so it'll have to be a free ball. Brennan into the middle. Very nicely played by Taylor Arnett. That's a weapon you can't ever count out, is the dominance in the middle of Taylor Arnett. Isaacs not finding any touches. So Will Bremner back to the line, almost catching up to the Dinos here. It is 12-13. Fathers, sharp cross court, tag in that line. Neither team very happy with any call they're given at this point. I suppose it's the referee's job to move on from all that noise. And the score is tied at 13. Morado off the defense. Brennan back set to Taylor Arnett. Falls right over the block and onto the floor. Cheeky little tip. The pass of Will Young going outside the court. Isaacs taking some speed off that roll shot and killing the ball for the Dinos. Tip from the back row of Connor Freilich will score, equalizing the set. These teams are going back and forth at this point. Sets too far inside for John Isaacs to work with. The line shot from Connor Freilich, the go-to guy, all match for the Smashing Gavels. Little doubt in my mind who's going to win player of the match, at least on the close side of the court in white jerseys. My money's on number 8. Stick around after the game for those announcements. Bel Morado adding to a long string of good serves. Well, it almost came back over. Almost legally, that is. A great pass on that almost legal ball by Will Bremner and Alex Bel Morado continuing to bomb in some serves here. Hamish Hazelden finding the floor in a clean kill. Alex Bader had the right read on that middle run from Taylor Arnett, but the ball goes off his hands and out of the court. Brody GB going up and stopping. Let me rephrase. Stuffing Hamish Hazelden. That's more exciting. Alex Bader going off the hands of the block. Passed up by Bremner. Right side to Fathers. No chance for the defense of the Dinos on that ball. Regan Fathers comes screaming in from the back row. Nobody rushing in their attempts to clean up the floor. Safety first, of course. Good serve by Jackson Brennan into the middle. And Hamish Hazelden trying to do something a little too special. Ends up sending the ball over top of GB's hands and out. Brennan comes back to the line once again. And it's GB one more time. Flushing that ball down and prompting a timeout from Dinos head coach Rod Durant. And Brennan's so locked in he doesn't even hear the whistle. Good stuff from both these teams. Jackson Brennan serving hard out of the timeout. Yeah, that time finding a piece of the block from GB. And again, Fralick just cracks me up. Denies everything and then goes into the huddle with a knowing smile. He's like, yeah, we got him. He got me. Ooh, Connor Fralick. Just a little bit of a miss hit there. Cutting the lead back down to 3 now. Hamish Hazelden back to serve. Nice dig by Hazelden. GB flushes it down. He got more kills with 2 hands than he does with 1 at this point. Any way you find a way to get the ball on the floor, that's a point. Doesn't matter if it's a tip or a hit that puts a dent in the floor. So Connor Fralick, 2 points to go, en route to a 2-1 set lead. Monster block! What a roof by Regan Fathers on Tim Finnegan. Reaching so high and shutting that down. And bringing them here to set point. A friendly bounce off one of the lights here in the State Gymnasium. Well, keep the dream alive for the Dinos just a little bit longer. We'll see if they can make this improbable comeback, currently down 21-24. Brennan outside to Murado. GB going with two hands again. This ball is kept alive. Finnegan into the block. And the smashing gavels are called on the net. 22-24 now as Kryn Bromley enters the court for Gody GB. Liam Coop, spin serve, Will Bremner the pass. Fathers line shot past the triple. Great way to finish that as they take a 2-1 lead, and they'll hope to finish this one in 4. Meanwhile, not a bad showing from the Dinos, especially at the end there. They're just going to have to figure out a way to counter the many weapons of the smashing gavels. Exciting stuff. We will see you in a few minutes when we get back here for the start of set 4 here in Calgary. If you have volleyball-loving friends who aren't watching this stream, tell them. Tell your friends. Quick shout-out to our viewers in faraway exotic places. I know we have at least one on an acreage outside of Eaglesham, Alberta. Northern Alberta, Peace Country. Happy to have listeners from anywhere in the world, so let us know where you're from. Once again, we're just happy to be doing this. I'm happy to be talking to you guys. Hope you're enjoying it. We'll be right back. Sean Tuff starting us out with a kill and a missed serve to make it 1-1 here. In the beginning of this fourth set, Connor Freilich back to serve for Smashing Gavels. Nice pass by Bader. Hazelden off the top of the block. Moretto, nice dig by Cook off the wipe. And that block is just not pressed over quite hard enough for the ball of Tim Finnegan. John Isaacs will come back to serve. Isaacs having a little bit of trouble serving here. That one, instead of finding the other court, drops into the tape, into the net, 2-all. Tim Finnegan, nice swing on the shuffle step approach. One big shuffle out. And swings off the block of Regan Fathers. Wow, Taylor Arnett just swinging with so much power. Going off one hand, off one arm rather, and then the other of Hamish Hazelden, and out the back of the court. And it's not really a smack when he hits that ball, more of a thud. Brennan tried to make the best of a tight pass, but he's called on the net. Hamish Hazelden back to serve. Regan Fathers off the head of Sean Tuff. Shaking his head, shaking it off. Just thinking to himself, the only reason that happened is because I can jump so high, so we're good. Got to keep up that confidence. Alex Bader with a picture-perfect roll shot, falling in between 4 defenders over the 2 blockers. Wow, what a save by Jackson Brennan on that ball, and it's coming back over. Smashing Gavels get this ball back, off the block. Roll shot, dug by Fathers. Outside, Freilich, dug by Will Young. And contested at the net. Will Young, the set, Bader. A big roof by Taylor Arnett. What a finish to an incredible rally. Both teams scrambling, playing their hearts out. And Taylor Arnett takes the outside block in place of Jackson Brennan and closes that door. That's what it's all about right there. Oh, big block. Quinn Bromley stepping in the middle. Very impressive from the usual left side. Strong arms, stuffing Sean Tuff. And Isaacs will try to chase it down. But that's an ace off the arms of Tim Finnegan. points in a row here have ended up in a smashing gavels 1-point margin. Oh, Freilich going after it, trying to find something. A little bit of chatter at the net. Freilich not one to back down from a challenge. I, for one, am interested to see what happens in the rest of this set. Jackson Brennan. That's a clean ace from the center. Swinging with so much power. Another big serve right at Alex Bader. Good save by Cook to go up and actually get something out of it. Freilich blocked down by John Isaacs. Sean Tuff. The middle run is dug. Finnegan puts it over. Bremner all the way outside to Freilich. Through the middle and falling on the floor, almost dug by Alex Bader. Deep serve, nicely taken by Will Young. The dig is good, and oh, that's the thing about this roof. Ball goes up, ricochets a few times, and everyone's wondering who's supposed to take it. For my younger volleyball players out there, the answer in that scenario is you. You are supposed to take it. Bremner out of system, sets Alex Belmoretto, tips it. Cook, right side, Isaacs, into the net. Frustrated with himself, point smashing gavels after a good rally there. Bremner going down the line this time. Finnegan high off the block. Hard swing off the hands of Regan Fathers. Coming in to serve for Finnegan is number 20, Liam Coop. Spin serve is good. Bremner passes it up. It'll have to be a free ball. Nothing can be done with that set. Alex Bader off the block. All squared up at 11. And there's an ace from the serving sub, what I would consider to be a coach's point. Serving sub getting the ace, even if it wasn't on the first attempt. Still a nod to the coach's strategic decision making. In this case, Rod Durant. Arnett tips it, gets a replay. Fathers tips it. Nice dig by Will Young on his back. Isaac's roll shot. Fathers, another shot. Sharp cross, this time off the hands of Alex Cook. That'll be a kill for the Smashing Gavels. So the referee calling over both captains to talk about what I'm assuming is is no lack of trash talk between these teams, but most of them played for the Dinos, and they're all friends, so it's all in good fun. They're gonna call 2 hits on Alex Bader after that monster block. Taylor Arnett crashing into the middle, sealing up the cross-court shot. Fathers again the serve. Hitting that tape so hard, you don't really know which way it's gonna bounce. That time it bounces backwards. 13 all, Hamish Hazelden the serve. That ball down off the tip from Arnett. These sets seeming to be just a little bit too high, even for a guy like Taylor Arnett. So Alex Belmorato will go back to serve as Dinos clean up a bit of sweat on their floor. Good serve by Murado, low pass by Coop. Well, Arnett pushing Brennan out of the way to take that set. Pipe run to Coop. Out the back and into the barriers. It's a nice satisfying thud. Not as satisfying as a point would be, unfortunately for the Dinos, so Belmorato will go back to serve. Taylor Arnett living out his dreams as a setter in some small way. Perfect pass by Will Young. Isaac's out of the back row. Dug by Fathers. Arnett on the left side. Crushing that ball across court. He can do it all. And that will take a timeout. We'll see how the Dinos can regroup after that. Smashing Gavels are doing some strange things in their lineup, and I like it. We'll come back after this timeout. Apologies for the audio levels if some of you couldn't hear the game or myself. Oh, Jackson Brennan looking for that party ball, but going after it a little too much on the net there. Arnett swinging high, swinging hard. Not too deep, but just deep enough for Will Young to take that one off the shoulder. Great one-handed set. Alex Cook teeing up Alex Bader on the right side. Pass was tight, so it was going to be in trouble, but man, Alex Cook makes it look easy. Excuse me. And a quick ace, Alex Bader. Quinn Bromley out of the middle, beating Liam Coop and Sean Tuff. We've got left sides playing middle, and we've got middles playing left side and setting. Good serve from Jackson Breton. Nice defense by the Gavels. Cook, right side. Great swing. Isaacs out of the right side. The deficit now only 1 point, 17 serving 18. Freilich off the block. Isaacs with one hand. Coop finding a finger. I thought I heard something. Getting a piece of it. Tied up at 18s. Brennan! That's a tricky play. Going up and faking it. Faking it so well that it ends up in a point. Good serve, but a great pass from Alex Bader. That middle set is too low. Bromley jumping up and setting that ball. Alex Belmorato. Really making that work off the Quinn Bromley set. Connor Freilich with the spin serve. So consistent, but a great pass from Bader. And that is just a high, hard, and deep middle swing from Hamish Hazelden. Also plays right side on occasion. In comes number 3, Reese Lehman, as a serving sub. Member of the Dinos. Free ball over to the Dinos here. Into the middle. Another kill from Hazelden. High pass. Rides the roof all the way out of the court. So the Dinos have a lead now, 21-20. Oh, trouble pass. And it can't come back over. Dinos are clicking in the right moments here. So Alex Belmorato coming out. Number 14, Chris Brunette coming in. Passing and swinging. The left side plays at Queen's University. And another point for the Dinos on the back of this serve-receive collapse on the part of the Smashing Gavels. Looking like the Dinos are going to send this one to 5 unless Smashing Gavels put something together in terms of side-out volleyball. There's a good pass for the Gavels. Chris Burnett gets the pass and swing, and after a couple of scrappy contacts, it turns out to be a Smashing Gavels point. So this game is not over yet, folks. 21 serving 23. Bremner serves down the line. Wow, Alex Cook with the cheekiest of setter dumps, in my opinion. Just the back set over the net. And they always do it in crunch time, right when they think no one expects it, and no one does, because it's absurd. I'll just set this ball right over and get the point. And it works every time. 24-21 now. Liam Coop can go back, spin server. You gotta wonder if he's thinking about unleashing on this ball, try to end it here and now, or if he's just gonna play it safe and let his blockers take care of it. Pretty good blocking front row right now for the Dinos, I gotta say. So Chris Burnett making an immediate impact off the bench, coming in and getting 2 kills. 22-24 now. Perfect pass by Liam Coop. It's Hazelden finding the back line, and we are going to 5 sets here at the St. Campus Center Gymnasium. It just wouldn't be a weekend at the Calgary Premier League without a 5-setter, would it? Or a weekday, I suppose. In case you're curious, on the women's side of things, Cold Garden, who until this week had gone winless, 0-4. Last I heard, we're up 2-0. I'm not sure what the score is now, but if you'd like to check that game out, by all means, there's a separate stream running at this very moment.
Behind the curtain. Yeah. Curtain interview.
Entering the fifth set with a serve is Alex Bader. Roll shot by Fathers is dug. Finnegan out of left side. The triple block leaves him with nowhere to go. Into the hands of Regan Fathers. Finnegan again. That time looking cross court. Trying to find some piece of the block of Taylor Arnett, but finds nothing. 2-0 lead. Serving is number 2, Regan Fathers. John Isaacs. Wow. High roll shot, a 70% shot over the block and tagging the back line. He's had a lot of success in that avenue. Not really going line or cross, finding a happy medium or middle ground, whatever you want. Chris Burnett catching fire right now. Coming in late in this game and bringing the energy his team needs. Hard, sharp cross-court kill by John Isaacs. Very nicely done. Another fun fact about Isaacs, I'm just full of these, did not play right side until he came to SAIT. Had only ever played middle, including national team experience. Big kill by Taylor Arnett, equalizing the score at 3. My mistake. Extending the lead to 4-2. Side, Tim Finnegan down the line, big swing. He's been so rock solid all night. Through all these 4 sets, you know he's going to be their go-to guy. Brunette off the block and dug. Bader into the block, Quinn Bromley almost put it down. Free ball from Cook. Freilich almost dug. It was a great touch by Tim Finnegan. But Isaacs could not put the right spin on it with a fist. The joust over is dug on the smashing gavel side. Sharp cross court. That one's dug as well. Isaacs out of the back row. Good read by Bremner. Teams exchanging roll shots now. Cook into the middle. Refs call a touch on that ball. Good dig by Isaacs. What a play by Tim Finnegan. Father sharp cross court, still alive. He's going to give it to him again. A big block on the outside. Incredible defense from the Dinos, including a little bit of help from the ceiling. And they will take that to the bank. Freilich out of the right side. That one's a kill. Smashing Gavel is really trying to fire themselves up. They have to counter all the energy coming over from the Dinos side. Another unfriendly rebound off the tape for a Smashing Gavel server. Chris Burnett continuing to shine. Must be hitting at least 60%, which for a left side is very impressive. Wow, of all the people to get ace in this scenario, Will Young is actually the last person I would expect that to happen to. But hey, you gotta shake that off as his team switch sides. Young's been just passing the lights out for this whole game. Every player gets one. One momentary lapse. So that's out of the way now. They probably Can't count on that happening anymore. As Will Bremner steps back to the line once again. Well, nicely done to save that ball. Fathers tips it over. And it goes dead upon impact with the hands of Will Young. I just got to say it one more time. That really impressive save by Brennan. And then Brunette to come and put it off the block and get his team a replay. For Fathers to come and get that kill. Two-point lead for the Smashing Gavels right now. Reese Lehman coming in as a service sub. Brennan goes outside. Off the hands. They'll come back to Isaacs. One more time to Chris Burnett. No touch on the block. On the block, excuse me. Taylor Arnett going off the hands of Hamish Hazelden, falling on the floor. The ball, that is. Bringing his team to 10 points. The lead's still at 2 here. Dino's busting out all the serving subs right now. Liam Coop coming back in. Who don't do more than serve, I would assume. Defend and pass. Nice pass by Bremner. Freilich is dug on that cross-court shot. Tim Finnegan goes up for the swing, but is called. Bit of a late whistle on that double contact. Arnett into Bader. Into the middle. Hard swing through the block. Hamish Hazelden. Neither team really jumping out to a sizable lead or letting this get away from them. Only 1 point at this point. Perfect pass by Will Bremner. And a great run between Jackson Brennan and Quinn Bromley. Bromley having all kinds of success in the middle. Dribbling over the tape. Alex Cook going outside to Bader. Off the shoulder of Will Bremner. Almost got it. But the Dinos are fired up after that point. Bromley's tip goes off the block. The Dinos want a touch, and they're going to get one. Look, it went off the hands of Regan Fathers, and he knows it. All tied up at 12 here in this exciting fifth set. Serve is in, taken by Bremner. Brennan's going all the way outside. Regan Fathers. There's no touch. Dinos are coming back here. Now with the lead, just at 1 point. That'll be a timeout from the Smashing Gavels. Not unwise at this point. This is kind of your one shot to collect your nerves before it's do or die. Oh, I just love these moments. Serve again, going into Freilich. Pass and swing. Big kill by the veteran. All tied up at 13 now. We may just go into extra points in this fifth set. We will have to see. Freilich with the serve. Good serve taken by Will Young. Cook outside, Bader. What a cross-court shot. Tagging the line. Bremner couldn't even move. Very nice kill, and that sets up set and game point. Brennan outside. Chris Burnett, the kill. 14 all. We're not done yet. So Taylor Arnett's back up in the middle. It would be nice to have a middle in the middle. Not a left side, who's admittedly doing very well. And that's a killer. That'll just kill you. Will Bremner missed serve there. Brunette the roll shot. Bader the dig. Bader the swing from the back row. Roll. Nice set by Arnett. And this ball is still alive somehow. Isaac's roll shot. Brennan outside to Brunette. Big block! The roof to win by Sean Tuff. 16-14, the final score in this fifth set. And a tough break for Chris Burnett. That is, in fact, the second time he's been roofed in the fifth set to lose the game. Tough break for him and the Smashing Gavels. But good work for the Dinos. After losing a first set. Coming back and claiming this victory, taking them to 2 wins and 3 losses now. Identical records with the Smashing Gavels. And coming right up after this game, we're going to find out who this match's players of the game were. Place your bets. The setter, Jackson Brennan, getting the nod for the Smashing Gavels, consistent in every area of the game. Well deserved. and Alex Cook. Both setters getting player of the game. Both well-deserved. Exciting stuff here in Calgary. And one more time, my name is Brent Ingram, and it's been my absolute pleasure to join you on this voyage. Not that the season is done, we're still coming back. Next Tuesday, we will feature a few different matchups. Always high-level volleyball and always fun to watch. Here from the St. Campus Centre Gymnasium in Calgary. One Volleyball signing off. We will see you next Tuesday. Thanks for stopping by.